Rouge Rose, and I will be doing your What is Out of Alignment Pick a Card reading today. Before we get started, guys, I just want to say if at the end of this video you guys really resonate with these messages, please don't be afraid to like, share, and subscribe. Sharing the love and light, guys. Thanks. And also, if you guys are interested, please follow me on my business IG at define.rouge to see any of my daily energy readings, because I will be starting those soon. So guys, before we get started, I would just like for you to meditate really quick, take a moment to just pause the video really quick and take a moment and meditate on these three cards. And you look at these and tell me, what do you feel is out of alignment for you? What we have today is deck 1, which is, card 1, which is Kyanite, blue Kyanite. We have 2, which is green Kyanite. And then we have 3, which is honey calcite. Ooh, I like that. Yes. So guys, let's get started really quickly. Just pause and yeah, here we go. So guys, those of you who picked group 1, hey, how are you? Guys, you guys picked the blue kyanite, and I really love this crystal. This crystal is known as the stone of alignment, so I just personally, I did not really know about it, like to pick it right now for this reading, but intuitively I did. So yay! I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy I'm getting a little bit more accurate. So guys, if you picked blue kyanite speaks about your truth. It speaks about bringing clarity and tranquility to your life. And also, what I really love about this stone is that I feel personally that it helps with your clairvoyance a lot, and it helps with your vision, with your third eye a lot. A lot of people tell me that it works well with your throat, yes, your throat chakra, but I personally use it a lot for my third eye. And yes, I think as an Aries, blue kyanite is I don't think it's like one of my birthstones. I think it's like one of my chakra stones. But I really like it because it's really good for communication and clearness and clarity with your thoughts, and also energy channeling. It helps very much with connecting to your spirit guides and grounds your spiritual energies. And it has a very good ability for attuning your unconsciousness. So basically, it will align your consciousness with your subconsciousness and your unconsciousness. So your 3 phases of consciousness. And the reason why I picked this for group number 1 is because I had got this message that this was for the mind, like the mind, the psyche, and the emotional turbulence of things. And I feel like this is the message that I got with the blue kyanite is talk about your feelings, express your feelings, because blue kyanite also not only is for the throat chakra but the third eye. So things that you're expressing, that you're seeing for yourself and that you're feeling, guys, you need to express that. Your emotions have a voice too, not just your mind. And I feel like this is going to help with bringing that into alignment for you. And also, blue kyanite is very good with developing, and if you already have it, it strengthens your ability for clear empathy, so clear feeling. So that could be for here, that could be for the astral, that could be for other different little realms and things like that. Your spirit guides, just attunement to all energies. And it's also like a muse that you find singing, or a muse that gives you creativity for your art. So let's get started. The warrior. Strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in the conquering ego. The shadow is trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. Okay. And then you have the damsel, Understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself, and the shadow is waiting for a night to provide for you. Seduction by a romantic illusion. Okay, guys. So right now, I feel like you guys are, like, for this is telling you that emotionally and mentally and physically, just all around in alignment, you guys are basically learning self-empowerment and self-reliance. You guys are learning about how to be self-sufficient for yourselves. And there it is, talk about your feelings. The warrior. You are someone who has strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of the will. And you're like a hero in a sense. And look at this lightning bolt. You're coming in with your emotions. Like you're able to wield your emotions like a lightning bolt. And the damsel. The damsel, I feel like, when it comes to speaking about these things, is understanding the nature of your healthy romance and inspires you to rely on yourself. What I feel like is at one point you guys were taken advantage of, you guys were beaten down, maybe. Not like it could, I'm not going to say it wasn't physically, because sometimes it can be physical, and I'm sorry for those who have gone through that. But I do see that there is a lot of like mental, emotional, and like sometimes there is spiritual disturbance inside. And the reason for that is because sometimes when you deal with trying to align yourself, because even I have these issues too, because sometimes I need to align myself as well. You lose focus, and when we go inward or outward, we lose focus of the balance in between, and we don't speak, kind of literally. Like we don't speak about those repressed feelings or those repressed memories, and that repressed energy digs down deep, and it causes like karmic seeds to develop, because if it really doesn't like solve itself out, or you don't figure it out, or you don't settle the issue, it will seed into your karmic like your I guess your Akashic record in a sense, because that's how karmic relationships form. Because if you don't deal with it in a sense now, it will just come back in the next life. And I personally don't see it as anything bad, because you're becoming the warrior damsel. You because of whatever you've gone through with this beaten down situation, you have literally like started learning about who you are. Like usually people used to come and save you, but now you're saving yourself. Awakening. Energetic upgrades in a new way of being. Integration. Look at that. You guys are changing. You guys are really changing. Self-empowerment. What did I say? Self-empowerment. Awakening. Don't dim to fit in. Look at that. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? And look at that. I just said that I use this a lot for my third eye. Look, and then you guys use it too for your third eye, maybe too. You guys see a lot. Like the things that you don't speak of is because you see it. Like you guys can see the bullshit kind of. And also this awakening too. And this also has to do with the awakening, because the moon is the subconscious, the soul. And this is a communication with your subconscious. This is the alignment that Blue Kyanite can bring you. And that's the advice that it's giving you. And then the niggle, trust the niggle. What is this niggling feeling trying to tell you? So what is your gut trying to tell you guys? What you guys can already see kind of what's out of alignment, I feel. And what was out of alignment is your what is it? It's not like what is the word I'm thinking of? It's like your self, your self confidence. There it is, your self confidence. Maybe your yeah, your self confidence. Look at this. There it is. So you guys have the King of Swords, the Queen of Cups and the Moon. So already, if you guys see on the card for the King of Swords, I have Venus with Libra, and also I believe, is Taurus here? Let me see really quick. No, it's just the cardinal air of Libra. So yes, the cardinal Libra air element. So this is like water and air elements here. So right now what I'm getting is that you guys are very logical, and the awakening that you're going through is very like cerebral. This is like a psychological or mental awakening. So this is emotional. So the reason why I say this is emotional, you're connecting this with your mind because kyanite is helping you with doing that. Kyanite helps with aligning those energies. It cuts through energetic blockages and it strengthens your voice to do the emotional expression that you need to do, which is connecting your emotions with your logic and your thinking process. So also it says don't dim to fit in. What I feel like what this is saying is basically like Queen of Cups says, hey, I'm feeling in control of myself and my emotions, and this is like boundaries and stuff like that. And that is all good and dandy. We have boundaries, emotional boundaries, and things like that. That is what we need so that we don't dim to fit in. What that also has to relate to is that, guys, you don't have to, it's not dumbing yourself down, but you don't have to try and chameleon into a situation, because standing out is what makes people the real people that you're supposed to meet and you're supposed to do great things with. That's how they find you. So I feel like don't dim to fit in is just a sign or a message saying, listen, you don't need to like change your who you are. You need to change your environment by being who you are. And the way you can do that is by being this Queen of Cups, this Scorpio energy, this Pluto and Scorpio. If you guys can see that, this is the Pluto mark here, and this is Scorpio. So Venus and Libra, so we have the cardinal and the fixed water. So we have Queen of Cups, which is all about the emotions and the boundaries and the sensualness and the mysticism. And she's in control. She has control of her emotional state of now that she has been awakened with this mindset, this new mindset that she's going through right now, that she's integrating. And it will be so like enlightening, because when you take a look at what water and air does, water and air combined together, when you think about it, well, when I think about it in metaphysical terms, it makes ice. And when you think of ice, ice is clear, solid, tangible, and you can see through it, you can see reflections at times, and it's just clear, like that's clarity for you. And I also feel that this is you raising your light because you're awakening to something new. You're integrating into something new, this new energy. You're finding that balance. And through this, you're also learning that these emotional boundaries, these personal boundaries, these physical boundaries, even sometimes, they help you with trusting your gut, trusting the niggle inside. What is your intuition telling you? What are you hearing? What are you seeing? And what are you feeling? And that is your subconscious. Your subconscious is telling you a lot right now. Your subconscious is talking to you in the dark. Your shadow aspects are basically communing with you because Pisces, this is the sign of Pisces, the moon. So your subconscious or your unconscious, that lives in the astral, or that subconscious, your dream state, things that you're seeing in your dreams, things that you're seeing in your daydreams, your basically things that when you zone out and you become unaware of where your mind drifts, this is going to help you with that integration, seeing things, trusting your gut feelings. And I feel like this is a lot of things that you can't see. It's just like your intuition. You need to trust that this is good for you because you're going through this awakening. You're going to see things changing and you're going to think that maybe this is bad, maybe this is dangerous. But it's not. You just need to trust in yourself, because when you really, really think about it, it's you're awakening to a whole new different state. You're no longer the damsel, you are now the warrior damsel. you can save yourself and you also can save other people as well. Look at that. You can do so much. You're a beautiful person inside and out. Also, when you look at the Neptune and Pisces, there's a lot of illusions. There's a lot of things that you can't really see through just yet. But because of this mindset that you're awakening to with the King of Swords, not only do you have the balance within yourself with the scales, but you have the blade of truth, which is going to cut through those illusions. You're going to untether the two Pisces and allow them to be free and wander, and they will find themselves back again when the information has come to you the right way. And also, I feel like this is going to be on the rise of a full moon, maybe, as well. Because I feel like this reading is kind of timeless because the crescent and the full moon are here. So I just feel like those energies are just very prominent. I feel like when you look at the crescent moon with your awakening and all this rainbow energy, the crescent moon, I'm sorry, word vomit. The crescent moon represents death and rebirth. So it talks about the ancient wisdom, atonement, attraction, attaining wisdom, growth in one's personal purpose, and active spiritual energy. So I feel like, yeah, these are your guides. Your guides are going to be acting out on this as your intentions, your subconscious intentions, because you're awakening to a new mindset. And also, the crescent moon has a very strong relation to the Tower Tarot energy, and it's a very matriarchal energy, so mothering energy. And I really, really feel like this is going to help with you becoming more constructive with your emotions and your mental process. And once we go a little further with the Pisces full moon, it looks like that Neptune energy and everything. The full moon is just full of charging and channeling energy, and it's all about family, and it's just able to open those portals to the higher worlds for you, and it enhances all of your natural abilities, your spiritual abilities, your empathy, your sight. It also amplifies the connection to your animal spirits and your guides. It helps you with opening up your dreams, and it's connected to the three fates, my dears, the three fates that hold the yarn, the thread of life, and also Selene, the elder goddess of the full moon. So, to end this group off, guys, I'm going to give you guys extra little card advice from my Oracle deck, which is the Hedge Witch's Field Guide by Celio Thompson. I'm sorry. And it's like the botanical Hedge Witch's Guide for Oracle cards, and it teaches you about herbs. So I love how these cards look, guys. We're going to use these to find out, to give you some more advice. Like, how can we help? How can we help with this awakening, helping this awakening along? Can we get some answers? Okay. We have resourcefulness. Soothe. Ooh, magic. Okay. So let's take a look at these guys. This is Huckleberry, Chamomile, and Lady's Mantle. The oracle property of resourcefulness refers to this plant's ability to grow on cliff sides, loose gravel, and rocky ledges, and in alpine regions where the snow lies thick for half the year. In areas devastated by forest fires, huckleberries will be one of the first plants to emerge from the ashy soil. In fact, this incredible plant was the only survivors of the 1980s eruption of Mount Helens volcano. Resourcefulness can mean finding ways to turn adversity into opportunity, like the huckleberry benefiting from increased sun in areas from the forest canopy has been damaged by fire. Another kind of resourcefulness is the ability to take what you have and use it in the greatest potential. The huckleberry reminds us that sometimes success comes not from being the brightest, shiniest, boldest person, but from the strategic patience, laying low, hiding under the snow until the right opportunity presents itself. Resourcefulness. And that's very interesting. So, guys, I feel like for resourcefulness, this is applying for your awakening. This is a different awakening because this is changing your psyche. This is changing your mindset. And our mindset, you know, some of us are old enough that we're stuck in our ways already, but it's not really that hard. We can always change our mind. We're better than computers, actually. We can consciously change our minds. And that's the resourcefulness of it, learning that balance and how we can move forward with it. So just give me one moment and then let me just get into chamomile. Okay, here we go. Personally, I love chamomile because I use chamomile a lot for my tea. Helps me with sleep and also my astral experiences. So yes. I'm sorry, the word vomit. The oracle property soothe reminds us to care for ourselves and others, especially in times of stress or difficulty. No matter what problem or decision you are facing, a calm or thoughtful mind will always help you move forward in the best way. This property may also indicate that that now is not the most prudent time for confrontation, breakup, or change. Sometimes unruffling yours or other people's feathers can calm a situation that looked like it could be headed into confrontation. Diplomacy is often the best strategy. So, guys, this is once again your boundaries. So, this is you not unleashing the scorpion, not unleashing your scorpion on people. Don't let it lash out. So, you control it by the waters. You keep people away by the tides, not the creature. So, control the ocean, control your emotional flow, and let people know about those emotional boundaries. You cannot come into these boundaries. I'm trying to soothe myself, so I'm soothing this environment because I'm trying to be resourceful and change and awaken my new self. Okay? And you're trusting your intuition, which is basically telling you your unconscious. And let's see what your unconscious is telling you about Lady Mantle's magic. And look at the name. Alchemia, Alchemila, Alchemilia. There he goes. Alchemilia vulgaris. That is so pretty. Give me 1 second. Guys, I'm sorry, but just take a look at Lady Mantle. She is pretty. Look at her. She is fine. Okay. So let's get into her really quick. The oracle property of this gentle plant is magic. As Lady Mantle has always been strongly linked to the feminine, to the gentle, creative magic of the anima. In tarot terms, this card relates to the strong feminine characters such as the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Hello, Queen of Cups is right here. There it is. It says, the act of creation, whether through childbirth, writing, building, or drawing, or any other method, is magic indeed. This is not the magic of the magician, which pulls from the external world, but the quiet magic of the queens who conjure things into being from the very depths of the eternal universe. So once again, guys, Lady Mantle. I personally love this card. I see this card not only as like a female magician, but I feel like this is like a Hierophant Empress combo as well. Like, this is just so fucking like amazing. I'm sorry for my language, but it's even uniting personally with its card. It says it resonates very powerfully with the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So just think about that. In your reading, you already have two correspondences, meaning emotional boundaries, emotional power, and channeling that. So yes, and that's gonna leave us off with group one. Thank you guys once again. If you guys resonate with these messages, please like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you guys are interested, please follow my personal business Instagram on define.rouge for any daily energy readings. And I really, really appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. Love and light. Thanks. Hey, group two, how are you guys doing? And let's get started. So, guys, to begin, we have here green kyanite, right? I love this green kyanite here. This green kyanite is so pretty. So, Green kyanite aligns your subtle bodies, and it is very good for connecting with your inherent wisdom in yourself. And it also helps you with sensing the motives of others, the intentions of others through one's purest heart chakra. So those connections you have with those special people, it helps with not only just people you don't know, but people you think that you know. It helps you with connecting them on a deeper level, and it helps you with understanding those things. It also, I feel like if you pick this group, you could be a reader, because it's very good for that as well. It's very good for helping you ground you naturally to the earth, so you can channel the psychic channels properly. Um, it's also very good for communing with nature. So I feel like if you pick this group, I feel like you feel as if you are missing something that has to do something maybe physical, or your body may be out of alignment, or maybe your alignment to nature is out of alignment. Also, let's take a look at how it works with your self-development skills, and also how it never holds on to negativity. So I feel like your this is kind of like your physical body in a sense. The last one, group one, was kind of like your mind. I feel like this is body, and this is kind of like telling you your heart and what your body is telling you, what your heart and your body is telling you. Yeah. So the message I got for why I picked this intuitively is nature is your savior. Go out and basically exercise. And that doesn't mean maybe physically exercise. That can mean just going out in nature, walking, breathing, just being out around the trees and nature itself. That could help you a lot. So without further ado, let's get into your reading, group 2. You have the priest. Let's look at that. Facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. Look at that. And the shadow is violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. So when I see this, guys, this is basically like you guys are channeling a lot of energy. And let's see what this is. The artist expresses a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. And the shadow is using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. So when I see this, I see that this is someone who is very, 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 very gifted in the arts. But when I say that they're gifted in the arts, I feel like it's not that they're artistically talented. They're literally tracing things that are in their mind. Like they're pulling it out of their brain, which yes, that is art. That's how they do art, yes. But this is like, for me, the image that I'm getting is they're literally seeing it on the paper, like how they're seeing it in their mind, and they're just tracing it. And it's so crazy how abstract that is, because even if you look at the artist card, it's really crazy. And if you see the priest card, you just see a man standing over a woman with the sun on his shoulders, and he's like basically praising this woman with the art. And it's like maybe you're being spoken to. You guys have some clairaudient talent that is aligning you through your third eye, and you guys are expressing it through your sacral, and you're aligned through your sacral and your heart as well. You're feeling things through your heart and your emotions, and that's giving you a lot of empowerment for you to create this art. Let's get into your work. I'm sorry, guys, about the siren. Let's get into your work the light oracle cards. So we have the crumbling. This is kind of like the tower. I like this card. This is really like pretty. The sisterhood of the rose. Hello. I love roses, roses, roses. Trust your path. So the crumbling, let's take a look at that, guys. The crumbling says, what are you clinging on to? So the crumbling, if you guys see in the middle, it shows that there is a tower of beauty and nature and new things on the inside. And this is the things that you can walk through, and you can walk into this world, and if the divine light is going and scattering through the chaos of this pillar, and it's coming through to this utopia that you can walk through, and you just have to leave all this crumbling nonsense behind. This is the things that no longer serve you. And this is things like, maybe this is your physical world because the lightning is like literally messing up everything. And you have the Sisterhood of the Rose, which talks about beauty, devotion, which is to the priestess, the mystic, and the teacher. So I feel like these are moments that you guys need to align with your faith, your spirit, and your wisdom. I think that you guys need to meditate, take some time to go out and meditate. And I feel like you guys may be going through a lot right now. Physically, there might be a lot going on in your life. Like maybe you guys are going through like a different move, like a change in scenery. Or you guys could be going through like a tough relationship, or something in your life has happened that has made you feel like your world is ending. And it's not necessarily that. It's just you kind of lost focus of who you were in that sense, because you're so gifted, because you're so skilled. You kind of got drowned in what that image was like. And you're on your way to finding it again, because you are already connected to this sisterhood, because you're the priest. You have this, you can channel through this priest energy. You already have this connection with the sisterhood. Now this new life that you're going through physically, this change in your energy, this energy shift, is literally crumbling everything around you. And it's in nature. I feel like you can go to nature and reconnect with this. Everything is like shattering because you're reconnecting. And then look at this, trust your path. If you knew you were supported, what would you do? So basically, look, this is that same door that you walked through the crumbling, right? Through the tower moment. This is the same exact thing. You're walking through this door, and look at all this peace you walked into, because you finally found your sisterhood again. You found your faith, and you're going to go and handle that again. You're going to go and love again. You're going to go and be free again in your life and everything. And then, now let's just get into your tarot cards really quick. Look at this. Look at this. So we have 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and Temperance. So, guys, once again with this tower, there are new things to do them. You have to do them, okay? You guys have to do this. You guys have to get this done. Like, this is brand new energy. You can't pass a moment like this up. Like, these are new things manifesting. This is Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. These are all three of the signs are fertilizing this child to rise and take power in the new world. And the new world that you're stepping into is that crumbling. And if you look at the 8 of Wands, the 8 of Wands talks about basically action and new things coming in, new options, and also new gifts and things like that that are about to hit you. And also when you see the Mars in Sagittarius, it's all about desire, sustenance, living in the now, in that moment. And that is what you need to start focusing on again, learning to channel directly from that sisterhood. Because yes, you are very skilled with your gift. It's not, you guys could be artists, but I feel like this is just your creative power in general. You guys have the power to network in a very vast way. You guys can literally create something out of nothing, and that's a very powerful manifestation. And also when you have the trust your path for clarity, you have Temperance, which is balance. You guys are learning to have balance again in your life, and how to wield your gifts and have that youth. Because when you look, you see the Sagittarian energy again. This is Jupiter in Sagittarius. When you see this little girl, this little archer on her little silver horse, and then you have Mars in Sagittarius again. So this is again magma energy. This is like, again, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, And then we have Mars in Sagittarius, and then we have Jupiter in Sagittarius. So we just have Earth and fire energies. We have fire for Sag, and then we have all the Earth signs here present. And that is just how powerful that message is that I'm getting. So let me just give you guys some oracle cards for some guidance from the Botanical Herbs deck. Love this deck. Love this deck so much. Please provide us with some answers as to how our lovely, lovely, lovely viewers can help with realigning themselves. Provide me with some questions to answer. Whoa, my whole thing just fell, guys. Hold on. Sorry about that. My cards flew everywhere. So let's get into your advice for right now. We have protection, ephemeral, I think that's how you say that, and purify. So guys, I love rowan so much. Rowan is such a pretty, pretty tree. And also a fruit. Let me get into this really, really quickly. Hold on 1 second, bear with me. The oracle property of rowan is protection, sometimes called the wayfarer's or the traveler's tree. It is thought to protect and guide travelers to prevent them from getting lost. The rowan tree has a long tradition in mythology and folklore as a magical tree that offers protection. Particularly powerful for those in the purpose is an amulet made from a branch of flying rowan, a tree that grows on a branch of the trees after having been seeded there by birds. The rowan is a portal tree that protects liminal space between one area and another, making this wood of choice for gates and doorways among druids and witches. So once again, guys, it says druids and witches. I already said from looking at the green kyanite at this reading that this reading was for like psychics and sensitives and magic people. So it says, as an oracle property, the word protection can be a warning, a call to keep your guard up. Is there someone new in your life, a new situation that may require caution? Remember that your most precious resources are internal rather than external. It's okay to be protective of your time, creativity, and compassion. These things have value and deserve to be guarded. And they called the rowan tree also mountain ash, which is very good for protection and like warding and everything like that. So I feel like that is very good for you guys. Also, you got the daylily. I'm not 100% sure what ephemeral is. I feel like it's more of like a pheromone, I think. But let's see. Okay, here it is. Here we are. Okay. In folklore, pregnant women wear daylilies around their waist to encourage the birth of a male child. A note of caution per usage. Proper identification is a key to many lily species and are quite toxic. Additionally, the raw leaves of the daylily are known to contain hallucinogenic properties. The oracle word for the plant is ephemeral, inspired by the fact that each daylily blossoms only lives for a single day, reminding us that the temporary nature of everything in life. It can be very careful. It can be very, I'm sorry, careful. I'm having word vomit. It can be very helpful in times of difficulty to remember that everything is fleeting. Some daylilies blossom at night as a metaphor for a beauty born in moments of darkness. So I feel like, guys, once again, You guys need to let go of this because this is beauty blossoming. You're already protected. You can just walk through the crumbling tower now. You can walk into the tower, trust your fates because they're here to guide you and make sure that you're going to blossom through the darkness because look, you came from this darkness and you're re-emerging from the light, and that's exactly what the ephemeral card is saying exactly right now. And then when we have Sage, let's look up Sage really quick. Most of us already know about Sage and everything, so I'm just going to make this one quick. The Purify is the oracle property of this card, as Sage has been used in ancient times for warding off evil, cleansing spaces, and banishing negative energy. Smudging or burning of sage bundles, most commonly white sage, is a practice done to clear and rebalance the essential energy of a person or space. Some people relate this herb to the Hierophant in the tarot deck, but I think it is a better companion to the Page of Wands for its fresh approach to the world. We are urged to try new things and welcome people into our lives. The Eight of Pentacles also speaks of clarity and balance and focus, specifically concerning our work and our craft. The clearing and purifying energy of Sage is a powerful tool for anyone trying to refocus and start anew. So guys, once again, there it is. You guys are trying to become reborn. You guys are trying to rebirth yourselves. And there is your tickets. These are your tickets. Your ticket of protection, your ticket of resurgence, and your ticket of, once again, both protection and resurgence and purity. So guys, once again, thank you so much, Group 2, for watching. If you guys are loving this and this message resonated with you a lot, please like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you guys are interested, please check out my business Instagram at define.rouge. Thank you so much, guys. Love you. Love and light. Hey, Group 3, and welcome. So guys, I just want to say to start off your reading, welcome to the Isle of Rose Tarot. I am the Rouge Rose, and I will be doing that reading for you today, Group 3. And I just want to say, guys, before we start, if these messages resonate with you, please don't be afraid to like, share, and subscribe. And also follow my business page at the Rouge Rose. The Rouge Rose. Define.rouge. Sorry, I'm having a lot of word vomit right now. Mercury and Aquarius. But, yeah, let's get started. So, guys, first off, we have Honey Calcite. So, guys, Group 1, I feel like, was all about the mind and the emotion. I feel like Group 2 is all about the body and the heart. And now I feel like Group 3 is all about the spirit and the soul. Guys, I already feel like, this is literally, like, just really, really powerful. This is a really powerful message I'm getting through with this Honey Calcite. I am getting like this, because Honey Calcite stands for the heightened consciousness. It accelerates spiritual growth, astral ascension. It helps with building energy for you to channel it and conduct it properly. It has connections to the bee spirit animal and production to light. It also has a very strong affinity for dream magic and dream recall. I also really feel like this is going to be very good for cleansing and amplifying just your energy in general and your space, and learning how to support and release energy in itself. I also, when I was reading earlier, it says that it retains guidance given in the astral, and that's through your angels, your ancestors, your guides, your animal spirits, and it anchors your chakras, and it channels divine and angelic energies from your crown to your root, and it teaches you the gift of divine allowing. So just think about that. And it teaches you to maintain barriers of all types and boundaries. So without further ado, guys, let's get into Group 3. The Vampire. Oh shit. Make you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. Shadow is depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, or codependency. The Poet expresses soul insights in symbolic language, turns a lyric gift, turns a lyric gift to a negative or destructive effect. So guys, already what I'm seeing is this is like once again, this really is a spirit. This is a spirit. I feel like this is a dual path. This is a path of you guys could either take this as a path of you going down a dark path, which is the vampire path, or like an energy vampire or a psychic vampire, and then you have the poet, which is like reminding me of like a light worker in a sense. And I feel like this is too, like the advice is saying like someone is draining you, and also you could be the one draining other people, or this could be that you're trying to get away from something. In the leap, answer the call and share your voice. What is going on here? You guys are going through a duality right now. What kind of duality is this? Too many options. Seven of Cups. The Sun. Okay. So from starting this reading, I'm seeing that the leap, you have the Seven of Cups, the Sun, and the Princess of Pentacles. Already what I'm seeing is that you guys are going through a state of depletion, and you guys can't keep letting people feed on you because the fact that you haven't given your time to, you giving yourself time to heal is forcing you to basically neglect your natural gifts, and you're starting to repress those things, and it's going to start building in you, and it can change you into those very same vampires you're trying to heal or you're trying to escape from. Because the poet is talking about that you're a light worker and you create things and you create light and power with your words, and those vampires are waiting in the shadows, just waiting to grab it and snatch it and use it. So take that leap and you go first. The universe will catch you. Even though you have the Seven of Cups, which talks about all these options, you have the leap card, which is telling you to just go, because even though you have all these options, you know divinely where you're going and how to do the situation. Shine light on everything. Don't just look at one situation. Look at them all. Raise the sun, because you are a light worker. Raise your light and answer that call. What is your soul calling you to do? I feel like your soul is calling you to be you and to relish in that spring energy, relish in that sun energy, raise your light, show your light, raise your consciousness, allow it to flow, guys. Let the sun flow. This is Leo energy. This is Pisces energy. This is Aries, Gemini, and Taurus energy as well. So guys, I just feel like this is just telling you to invite so much love and light into you, because even when you have this Princess of Pentacles here, she's talking about all the spring signs, the spring trinity. The spring trinity is Aries, Taurus, and Gemini right here. If you see her, she's holding that pentacle, but she has the signs here. And if you see, she's surrounded and wearing lavender and purple, which talks about spiritual power. And the Seven of Cups is binding. You see the binding smoke and the physical ribbon. So those are just things that you can't really touch and see sometimes, and there are things that you can, but they're all connected. Everything is connected, and in order for you to find that divine path, you need to speak your truth. You need to release your light and share your voice. And that is a very powerful message. That just made, I don't like, oh, I'm not even angry. I'm just very upset because that message just made me very angry for whoever needed to hear that. Because you deserve so much love and you deserve so much light that you don't need any of this bullshit, and I am here for you. Okay, I'm sending you love and light, and I'm going to use my Hedge Witch Botanical Herb cards, Oracle cards here by Celio Thompson. So let me just get these out really quick, guys, for your advice. What can I give my group 3s? Can I get some group 3 advice, please? Okay. I think group number 2 had this. Yep, ephemeral, subdue, impatience. So, guys, Ephemeral talks about how basically these dark things are around you, and even though you guys are in the dark, you can always come to the light, and you're always able to emerge from those things because a daylily sprouts once a day for a single day. And for that single day, even if you're surrounded by that darkness, you know that you are that holy light and you will never let anyone take that away from you. Okay, so it says Salal. As a natural way to suppress the appetite, Salal works well as and has none of the weird side effects of commercial created supplements. It says, I relate this plant to the tarot cards Temperance and the Chariot. The first is about moderation and balance and the suppression of the urges that would be detrimental to your life. The Chariot is a card that speaks of will, marshaling your strengths and subduing anything that will distract you from your forward motion, at times to one's detriment. Balance is a constant reminder to subdue those things that are not helpful, but remember to be kind to yourself and your community. So, guys, right off the bat, I just want to say that this is exactly what they're talking about, what your cards are talking about. You guys have this light, this immense light. Your poetry, your words, your voice is very soothing. Your voice creates light, and people are trying to subdue that. They're trying to subdue that. They're trying to feed on that. And you see the vampire in the corner. He's literally in the corner of your reading, like watching you. And that is literally like telling you, you are brighter than his shadow, and you can burn away anything that is no longer serving you, no longer in your realms of self improvement. And I feel like that will totally help you. And let's get into the trout lily. Okay, so it says this plant does not flower for the first 4 to 7 years of its life, inspiring its oracle quality patience. In this fast paced world, we tend to expect things to happen quickly, or our action or our attention spans are increasingly shorter. And the internet makes it seem like people are becoming overnight successes left and right. It can be very hard to have patience in an instant gratification world, but sometimes that is exactly what is required. There's a strong community lesson that we can learn from this plant. It is not only that it grows in vast and interdependent colonies, but also has a symbiotic relationship with ants. Ants feed on lipids produced by the plant. In turn, they spread the lily seeds and protect its delicate foliage from pests. Developing deep community bonds and relationships takes time. Trust is not granted quickly. To really understand a community relationship or job, there is no substitute for just putting in the time. In the tarot, we could relate this to the Eight of Pentacles, a card or apprenticeship that reminds us that skills are acquired through work and patience. Another card that speaks to patience is the Ten of Pentacles, a legacy card, which shows us the rewards of patience and the investment in one's community and family. And you may want things to happen now, but sometimes the slow path is the only path. So, guys, patience as in you're doing this. You're gaining this. You're gaining this right now. You just need to take that leap of faith and make sure that you're raising your light and you're sharing your voice. Share your voice. Come out of the cave of prosecution and express yourself. Look at all the beautiful wonders in the world that are waiting for you this whole time that you stayed subdued and let these people feed on you. Don't let the illusions keep you here. Live in the moment and rise from this darkness and be the poet that you are meant to be. Share this light, okay? You really need to. Once again, going back to this honey calcite. Honey calcite will be very good because this could be a psychic vampire, and honey calcite is very good for warding off those things and reflecting unwanted influences back. Okay? And guys, with love and light, I really appreciate you guys for being here, and I really appreciate you for watching. Once again, if these messages really resonate with you, please don't be afraid to like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys so much, and don't be afraid to follow my business Instagram at define.rouge. Thanks, Group 3. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day.